This woman could be one of the worst pedophiles in America. So this is Sierra Robertson. She is from the Seattle area, and recently authorities in Washington received a tip from an online chat service, and the contents of that tip were disturbing to say the least. Sierra, who worked as an after-school STEM instructor, which yes meant she worked directly with children, was chatting with men online about how much she loved to sexually abuse babies. These chats also revealed the fact that Sierra had been trading CSAM or CP with other pedophiles online. And in the chats, she actually talked about how she preferred to molest babies because they essentially couldn't defend themselves. She also told these other pedophiles in these chats that she couldn't wait to have children of her own so that she could go on to molest them too.
Brother, what? I have no words to describe how fucked in the head that is, dude. That is absolutely fucked. I can't really even explain it. I can't give a good explanation on it. I've never heard it before. Like, I've heard some pretty depressing, pretty disgusting pedophile cases before, but this is like a whole new level, dude. Like, obviously I can understand people preying on kids who are like 10, 13, 15 years old, whatever, but like babies, dude, infants? Are you serious? That is fucked, to say the least, dude. I can't get over it. My eyes are widened. My fucking spirit is broken. I don't understand why this is happening. And I've noticed it's a trend that keeps going up, dude. The fact is, female pedophile appearances have skyrocketed by like 500%, dude. It's not good. It's not heading in the right direction, dude. One that shouldn't be happening is totally happening, and I don't understand where the teachers are coming from, dude. Like, what? Like, I'm not even lying to you when I say this. I have like 2 stories in the chamber ready to be released about female pedophiles, and I might as well just jumble these 2 stories together, because I was going to talk about one because it's absolutely disgusting, but I might as well just jumble these 2 mini tiny stories together. Now, for the guy who's like in the video explaining about the first pedophile, that's fucked. What she's doing, wrong. Absolutely god awful wrong. That woman can do no right. It's disgusting. But I tried looking up her story around the internet, trying to go through different news outlets and whatnot, and I have been unable to find any solid evidence about this specific case. Not evidence per se, but an explanation. Like, I don't have a name or a face like he does. I can't find any solid information about it. So I don't know whether to believe him fully. I'd like to believe everything he's saying is the 100% truth and nothing but the truth, so help him God, because what he's saying is fucked. That is beyond evil. That's something Satan wouldn't even do, dude. Like, I know he's got some pretty tough morals, but kids? I don't think even Satan is evil enough to do that, dude. That's just fucked. Now, what I'm trying to wrap my head around here is the fact that these cases have absolutely skyrocketed out of nowhere. Like, I'm sure pedophilia has been a thing for a long, long time, and that is a shame. When you think about it, they've all normally been men. Women pedophiles have, like, been next to none. Like, I understand there are some, but lately, they've just been coming out of the woodwork out of nowhere, dude. Like, teacher after teacher getting fucked in this, fucking their students and this all over the place. And I can understand when men, like, they hear about it on TikTok and stuff, and then eventually it comes out on the news because it becomes a big story. I can understand where they're coming from. And they'll say, like, oh, where the fuck were my teachers like back then and stuff? Like, oh, where was this when I was in high school? Dude, I can understand where you're coming from, but come on, dude. That's fucked. I understand where you're coming from. Us dudes, we're fucking horn dogs, dude. It's crazy. But really? Think about it logically. Come on, dude. Really? Like, I understand where you're coming from. It's tough out there in the dating scene when you're a kid in high school, but fuck, come on, man. Why are you sticking up for this pedophile? I understand she's a woman. I understand she's fucking hot, but come on. Really? Now, this next pedophile is also a teacher, so yeah, I guess you can clearly see where this is fucking going. Teachers are evil, dude, and I'd like to believe that all teachers aren't bad, and I know that for a fact all teachers aren't bad. In fact, 95%, if not more than that, are very good people. But, I mean, there are just a few out of the entire bunch, a bunch of rotten apples at the bottom of the barrel who just go off the rails and are just straight up weirdos, dude, and this goes for men and women. But when it comes to teachers, there are definitely more women teachers out there than there are men, and it's just a fact. You know, if people are upset about that, then oh well, you know, it's just a fact. I've never had like a male teacher before. Maybe once in my lifetime, once or twice I've had a male teacher. But other than that, all women, dude. But this next pedophile is a teacher. I believe she's 35 years old. She is a freak, dude, because she's gotten her children to participate in like huge, massive orgies with her, dude, wearing the Scream mask, the Scream ghost face killer mask while doing it. What? Huh? I don't understand, dude. Why? Where do you get this from? What jumps into your noggin when you say, oh man, I wish I could have some sex? Oh yeah, I'll just go ask this 13-year-old boy for it. What? And then people again are going to stick up for the teacher like, oh, she's hot and everything. Like, what? Brother. And then people who are sticking up for the teacher will get mad at the people who are mad at the teacher. And like, oh, geez, my fucking bad. I don't want to touch a little 7-year-old's dick. Like, my bad, dude. Geez, I'm sorry. I'm a good person. I'm sorry. I don't want to be involved with a minor. Jeez, good lord. I must have touched a nerve there. My goodness. Some people will genuinely get mad about that. I don't understand why. It's a mental illness, dude. I don't get it. Why some people feel the need to fuck a minor. I don't get it. It's a fucking mental disease. Why? She was married and had a kid. You had a fuckable person in that same house. I can understand why they didn't fuck you, because you're an awful human being. You're unfuckable at this point. But she's going down the river for nearly 50 charges. 50 charges. I'm not sure all 50 are involving every minor that she's ever touched or fucked or whatever, but that's a long list. That is a full child's Christmas list of charges to be going down the river for. The clink is going to have a nice little dirty cell for you to sit in for potentially the rest of your life. She's fucked. Literally and figuratively. Her family may never see her again, and then if they do see her again, it's going to be in prison uniform. Okay, she is not getting out of prison ever again. And I think that's the best possible solution to this problem, dude. Because at the end of the day, what are you going to do for these people? If you let them go, they're more than likely going to do it again. If you don't let them go, there, boom, it's finished. They're only adults in jail. So, I mean, if they're going to touch somebody, at least it'll be an adult. But, I mean, come on, dude. I can't believe there are people that actually stick up for these losers, bro. The losers that stick up for the turbo losers. It just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't compute my little peanut brain. Come on, bro. If this really offends people, me sticking up for these young people who have been fucked and molested at a very young age, that's just wrong. I mean, come on. You can't be mad at a person for sticking up for a child, dude. A child. Come on. Even if they knew what they were doing, they are still a child. That's still a minor you're talking about. So it doesn't make sense. I mean, come on, dude. Grow up. It's just so strange what a rise in female pedophilia there has been lately. And, you know, it just goes to show you, nobody's safe. Nobody is safe. The hottest bitch on the planet could be a pedophile, and you might not even know it. You may be on a fucking train with a pedophile. You may be sitting next to one on the bus. Who knows? Who really knows? But, I mean, all you can really say is that this is disgusting, dude. It's flat out disgusting, and I hope this continues to go down, because there's no way this should rise ever. Pedophilia is just really bad. Don't do it. I don't recommend it. It'll get you lots of years in prison. But if you're enjoying the content, please subscribe, like, comment, do it or don't do it. You know, it is what it is. I want to thank you for listening, and I guess I'll catch you in the next one, I suppose.